10 negative habits that will ruin your confidence. One of those elusive qualities that is difficult to explain yet easy to see is self-confidence. It affects almost every part of our life, including how we feel about ourselves, how others see us, and how we perform in school and at work. It can be understood as a feeling of faith in one's talents, traits, and judgment. Although crippling social anxiety or other mental health disorders that affect one's perspective of oneself can cause lack of confidence, this isn't always the case. You may not even be aware of the unintentional behaviors that are eroding your self-assurance. To help you become familiar with these inclinations and behaviors, let's look at a few of them and begin developing healthy behaviors in their place. Number 1. Neglecting your appearance. You are already aware of the value of proper hygiene and the need to take good care of your physical and mental well-being. One of the most crucial things to be conscious of is the fact that when you disregard your beauty, you're effectively disrespecting yourself. Furthermore, if you don't feel good about the way you appear, your self-esteem will suffer, particularly in social circumstances. Although it might seem like a superficial aspect, taking good care of your looks can actually do a lot to boost your self-confidence. Number 2. Fixating on small flaws. Are you quick to spot any tiny flaws in your appearance when you gaze in the mirror? Do you focus on this defect all the time, making it seem like the only thing you can see in your mind? In that case, you must stop. This behavior undermines confidence. Hyper-focusing on your imperfections might make you dislike what you see, even if you believe you are simply being honest with yourself. When this occurs, your focus turns from praising all the positive aspects of yourself to relentlessly examining everything you believe to be flawed. Your self-criticism ritual makes you feel depressed, insufficient, and embarrassed. Not the ideal setting for having a positive outlook. Try directing the same energy toward focusing on your strengths rather than your minor defects. It might seem odd at first because positivity is frequently earned the hard way when skepticism has become a habit. But everyday practice will change the way you feel about yourself, just like with any new habit that's worthwhile forming. Number 3. Talking about your perceived weaknesses. The line between being modest about oneself and going too far is thin. Self-deprecation can sometimes come across as insecure, even though its intended purpose is to demonstrate that you're a regular person who doesn't take themselves too seriously. Additionally, if you continuously criticize yourself, people will notice and either become weary of hearing it or begin to suspect that perhaps you're not as terrific as you seem. If you must address a flaw, say, in a professional setting, such as a job interview, frame it as a potential area for improvement. It will demonstrate your readiness and drive to learn new talents and excel in more areas than simply those that come easily, even though there are still things you can still do better. Number 4. Overdoing the compliments. Over-complimenting someone is akin to telling them how much better they are than you. Naturally, it's important to lift others up, but if you do so excessively and paint yourself as a tiny fish in comparison, you can start to buy into this story. Take the time to recognize your own strengths and talents rather than perpetuating the pattern of over-complimenting others and undervaluing oneself. Keep in mind that each person has unique talents and weaknesses. In fact, none of us would stand out in the crowd if we were all same. Don't overlook your good qualities because we are all unique and have something special to offer. Number 5. Believing your negative self-talk. If you're like most individuals, you occasionally probably have bad ideas about yourself. Unfortunately, it is much simpler to believe the negative self-talk than the positive. And over time, this kind of thinking just undermines your confidence and self-worth, making it more difficult for you to have faith in yourself and accomplish your objectives. Positive affirmations can break some of these thought patterns, but understanding how to stop taking your negative self-talk so seriously in the first place is much more beneficial. It will enable you to view life more objectively, paving the way for more overall enjoyment and, consequently, increased confidence. Number 6. Excessive apologizing. Do you ever find yourself apologizing to other people even when they accidentally bump into you? While apologies can be effective and significant, always being nice or saying sorry can undermine your self-assurance. A tendency to apologize frequently can give off the impression that you lack confidence in your skills or judgment. You shouldn't apologize for things you are aware are not your responsibility or for things for which you have no regrets. By doing this, you assign responsibility to yourself and make people believe that you are at fault. Apologies should be extended when necessary in order to maintain their efficacy and significance. Number 7. Letting others make decisions for you. If you don't know what you want or don't think your opinions count, it's impossible to be confident. Expressing your desires in open, empowering ways helps you gain confidence. This is only possible when you pay attention to your inner voice, have faith in your judgment, and act on your desires. Your confidence will deteriorate if someone controls or manipulates you, dictates what they believe should occur, or pressures you into doing anything without taking into account your requirements. Number 8. Lowering your standards. Accepting less than what you deserve involves lowering your expectations in order to be okay with whatever occurs. Yes, you will feel more comfortable or convenient if you decrease your standards. Even while it can be a quick fix for now, it won't boost your confidence in the long run. In actuality, lowering your standards devalues you and creates more issues than it resolves. Once you start doing it for one reason, it gets easy to do it for other things as well, so it's a slippery slope. It's acceptable if we don't all share the same moral principles. However, having standards and upholding them will make you happier and undoubtedly more self-assured. Number 9. Maintaining toxic relationships. The relationships you have in your life has a big impact on how confident you are. That's because your perception of yourself and the people around you are influenced by them. Your self-esteem is influenced by those closest to you, including your family, friends, colleagues, and even acquaintances. Your confidence will erode if those around you are continuously criticizing or disparaging you. Therefore, sit back and think about if your relationships are healthy for both sides, especially if being with these people has damaged your confidence. It's critical to surround yourself with upbeat people who value your well-being as much as their own if you want to be aggressive and confident. Number 10. Comparing yourself to others. All of us have been there. As you become engrossed in your social media feed, you begin to realize that other people are achieving goals more quickly than you. Perhaps they are happily married, have a fancier home, or have greater employment opportunities than you. You experience feelings of envy, insecurity, and possibly even rage because of what these people possess. But hold on. Is it truly as horrible as it appears to be? Humans naturally compare themselves to others because our brains are designed to detect differences and pass judgment. However, if you don't break this practice, it might harm your self-confidence. You can feel jealous or resentful of other people's successes as a result. Instead, make an effort to concentrate on your own personal qualities. And keep in mind that even if they may appear similar at first sight, everyone's root is unique. All of these harmful behaviors are indicators of low confidence. While some of them might appear unimportant, if left unattended for a long enough period of time, they can do a lot of harm. The secret is to spot these traps as they appear. With some practice, you'll be able to step in each time one of these negative habits arises and replace it with a constructive thought or action. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and tell your friends about it so we can keep making them. Click the subscribe button to see more content like this, and don't forget to activate the notification bell. Check out some of our other videos as well. Thank you for watching.